and thank you for joining another edition of Coffee with Tea. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that you've chosen to come on the Coffee with Tea journey with me. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Tonight I thought I would just take a few minutes to talk about something that's so important to me. During the holidays, my dad and I were reminiscing and sharing with my son, who never got to meet my grandmother, a tradition that my grandmother had. Every month, my grandmother would go through this ritual of cleaning out her purse. Now, as my son was growing up, I taught him a healthy respect for a woman's purse. I basically told him, unless a woman invites you to go in to get something, never go in a woman's purse. It has magical powers. There's some of everything in a woman's purse. When he was growing up, I would pull out Band-Aids and deodorant, all the things I anticipated he might need, which is why so many women carry big purses. And so every month, my grandmother would clean out her purse. And my dad and I were sharing with my son that one of the reasons that I like to be around when my grandmother cleaned out her purse is because when she cleaned out her purse, she had a habit of sharing what she found in there in terms of cash. And my grandmother didn't like small bills. So if it was less than a 20, she considered that change. And so you might be sitting there and she'd find a 10 and a 5, that was change to her. Whereas a kid, that's big money. And so she would just give it to you. And so I learned how to sit around for that ritual. And so one month I was asking my grandmother, why do you clean out your purse every month? And she said, because during the month I collect a lot of things. And while I may have needed it when I first collected it, I might not need it anymore. So I just want to clear it out to make room for some things that I do need. And so I was thinking about that concept of cleaning out your personality. Cleaning out your personality. There's some things that served me well in my youth that no longer serve me well. I spent a few days this past week at a women's retreat and had the opportunity to just relax and share and be open and transparent. And when I realized that there were some things that were part of my personality, that no longer served me well, I decided that I would spend some time, not because it's the new year, because it's time for a new me, not coinciding with 2020, just coinciding with the fact that it's time for a new me. And so I decided to clean out some things out of my personality that no longer serve me well. I tell people all the time that when I turned 50, it gave me great freedom. It gave me the freedom to say and do what I wanted to do. Well, as I've gotten a little older, that no longer serves me well. That attitude hasn't gotten me all the things that I thought that it would. So that's one of the things. I may not throw it away, but I may just take it out of this purse and put it in another purse that I might carry next month. So I was going through and laughing at myself about all the things that are in this purse. I found my journal. I keep this close by because every time I get a new idea, something I might want to share with you guys, I write it down in my journal. So I always have that in my purse if it's one of my big purses. I found a Vino hand mask. I found three different types of hand sanitizer. How clean can my hands be? I found hand sanitizer. So now you all know that I'm a germaphobe and I like lots of hand sanitizer. The older I get, I found the one thing I always keep in my purse, a fan. I found some deodorant. I found some tissue. I'm like, boy, I'm getting more. I found some Tylenol. I found some Kleenex wet wipes, the gentle kind. I found some of everything in this purse. I was laughing last week because my son needed a little screwdriver, and I laughed. I said, hand me my purse. And sure enough, I found a little screwdriver in there. You never know what you're going to find. But what I would encourage you to do is take an inventory of what's in your personality. Are all of the things that are part of who you are serving you well? If they are, by all means, keep them. But if you discover, like I did, that there's some things that aren't getting you what you want or what you need, then it might be time to purge some of the things that are in your personality. Some of the things that I'm taking out of this year's purse and putting it in an old purse that I no longer carry. but I don't want to throw it away because it's a part of me. Some of the things that I'm putting aside is my homegirl attitude that always feels like I need to share with you what I think. Everything that I think doesn't deserve to be shared. Everything that I think doesn't need to be shared. So I'm putting that away. I'm putting away some of the time that I spend on social media. If you want to know what I'm up to, catch Coffee with Tea. I won't be posting as much on other platforms as I have in the past because I'm giving myself more time to do the other things that bring me principal joy. Some of the other things that I'm purging from my personality is the inability or unwillingness to let more people in. I don't know what it is that it's always been that for me, that I'm afraid that if too many people get in, that I don't know what the fear is, but it's there. And so I've decided to change and to take that out of my personality and be open to more and more people who bring good things. Now, if all you bring in is drama, in the words of Eveline from The Wiz, don't nobody bring me no bad news. So those are some of the things that I've decided to purge. In the coming weeks, I just think it would be great to sit down and go through your personality and take a personal inventory and determine what is it that's in your personality that no longer serves you well. And then I also started asking myself, what's not in my personality that I think I need in my personality? One of the things that I have is a lot of joy, but I want to find more ways to feel happy. And so I'm spending more time doing things that just make me happy and may not make other people happy, but they certainly are making me happy. Spending more time with family, spending more time with my friends. I stopped today to see one of the people that I care about most in the world and her child on my way back from my retreat. So it's just, right now, I'm just finding ways to fill my life up with happiness because that's something that wasn't in my personality. Joy has always been there, but I decided that I also wanted happiness. And so one of the things that I've committed to in this year is being open to bringing someone into my life who will not complete me, but be compatible with me so that we can walk the rest of this journey that we call life together, because the Bible says it's not good for a woman or man to be alone, and I don't want to be alone anymore. And so I'm opening myself up to the possibility of love. That's something, love is something that I want to put in my personality in greater quantities. And so that's my message for you with this New Year's Eve Coffee with Tea. Purge the things from your personality that no longer serve you well, so that it leaves room for you to add the things that will. I'm the amazing T Street, but I can assure you there is absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. Tonight, I challenge you to do an inventory of your personality and determine what you're going to keep and what you're going to get rid of. Happy New Year from Street Talk with the amazing T Street.